Isagenix is bringing a healthier, happier life to hundreds of thousands of people around the world. We want to introduce you to a few women who are part of a collaborative team making dreams come true. Come with us into the homes and behind the scenes of some of the most successful moms at Isagenix. Just like you, each of these women at one time considered joining Isagenix, and that decision has transformed their health, their finances, and their family life in ways they never dreamed of.
What was my life before Isagenix? Crazy busy, a lot like what it is still today. I mean, we have a big family, 8 kids. When we started Isagenix, we had 7 kids still at home. About 4 months prior to starting Isagenix, my husband had come to me and said, honey, it's been really fun having you home, but you're gonna have to go back to work full-time. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? My family literally would implode on me to go back to work full-time, all the kids, and there was just no way.
Mission-driven work is what I have done as a nonprofit executive for many years. This is just a new mission and a way for me to touch more people's lives.
Before Isagenix, I had left another company, and so we went from about $12,000 a month in income down to $0 a month in income. And we just had a lot of stress. We had stress on our marriage, stress on our finances because of that decision. When I was approached about Isagenix, I thought, no, this isn't for me, this isn't what I want to do, but the finances were in such a bad place that I thought I might as well be open to the opportunity. I was so impressed when I got to the Isagenix event that the people really cared about me and my family. It wasn't about how much money could they make from me, it was what could they do for my family, and that made a huge difference for me. That's why I decided to do Isagenix. It's just about putting the right nutrition into the body, and these are just some more things with any air that, any of these fumes that burn, whether it be from fireplaces or factories, car fumes, there's a toxin release and it's called PA8.
Fatigue was my main concern. I struggled with it constantly, daily. With my kids getting out of school at 2:45 and 3:20, so I'd have some time in between, and I'd recline my seat, and this one particular day, I reclined my seat and I fell asleep, and my kids got out of school and were pounding on the window to wake me up. They actually thought something was wrong with me, and I scared my children. And that was a turning point for me because, you know, no kid should go through that. My husband stepped in and said, you know, my sister has been talking about this program. Let's give it a try. And he says, no, by the way, I signed you up to do the business. I said, whatever. What do you mean the business? So I don't have the energy to do any business right now. And the product came, and within a week, I felt a huge difference. For the first time in 15 years, I had energy to be able to keep up with my kids.
Guys, honestly, this is not about hype, but you can't help but get excited and get behind a product when it works on every single individual. I haven't seen that.
I actually been in the industry in terms of network marketing for over 14 to 15 years. My kids grew up actually with me doing network marketing, and it's always been something that I have a lot of passion for because I love having, being my own boss. I like having the time freedom and the flexibility to set my own hours.
Before Isagenix, I was pursuing my dreams of, you know, full-time acting. But when I had my kids, I was wishing for a different quality of life. My husband and I were working in restaurants, and it was a very difficult life. We had maxed out our credit cards, and we were living in a small apartment. We were sharing a car. And I'm not trying to paint a picture like it was this terrible, terrible life, because we were a happy family. But it is so amazing now to do what we want, when we want, how we want. I feel like I'm a better mother in so many more ways just because I can be more relaxed. I'm not so caught up in the struggle.
Go catch my #1 business partner.
Isagenix is such a good fit for me because it's so flexible. It fits into my lifestyle. I can work the hours that I need to work. I work around my family. I can be there in the morning and prepare their breakfast and help them get their stuff ready for school, all while making a full-time income. I mean, how does it get any better than that?
Just to run over. I know, it feels weird. Really, when I first started, again, I had 7 kids in the house. I was still working teaching 8 to 10 classes a week. So I literally built Isagenix in the pockets of my life. I did it when I was running kids to soccer practice or piano lessons. I did it when I was out grocery shopping, just doing life. That's how I built my Isagenix business.
What I found with Isagenix is that I really can put in 30, 35 hours, whatever I choose, and it's a residual income. And my husband and I took our children on vacation, and while we were gone that week, we made our highest check. So, I mean, that's pretty rewarding to know you're working for a company that's going to keep paying you for the efforts you've put in.
Bye-bye.
When I talk to other moms, often it comes up that they can't get lunch off or they can't get this time off because of they have to work, they have to miss their kids' activities, and I say you really need to take a look at what I do. More and more parents are having to work full time, and I'm able to not miss a moment of whether it be winning a basketball game or making their first pumpkin pie or seeing that dance recital.
Why Isagenix? Why would Isagenix be a viable option for you? Number one, the product you need in your body. You absolutely do. If you have a demanding schedule, a demanding life with kids, if you're working outside the home, you need the energy and the nutrition that Isagenix offers you.
I started using the shakes, but just using the shakes alone in a week, I had dropped my final 10 pounds, which after my first baby took me a year to lose. So that was pretty incredible. It started that way, and people wanted to know what we had, and we started giving it out, not knowing really of anything about the business. And we became very popular in the neighborhood. Everybody wanted the shakes. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, I feel so good, blah, 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 blah. And that was really the start of the business without me really knowing.
A nice side benefit of doing the program, besides the energy for me, for the first time in my life, I had definition. And I did drop about 8 pounds and about 6 inches.
And at 53, I have the body I had at 33. Now, who wouldn't want that? And people stopped me on the street and started asking me, what are you doing? How do you look like that? And I started sharing Isagenix. It wasn't long before I realized that this is a business that's all about sharing an experience, and I had had a phenomenal one, so why wouldn't I start to do this? As I really looked at it and started to embrace the business model, which, by the way, I had never been in direct sales, so I had a little bit of a learning curve, but with what had happened with my product experience and how it had transformed my body, it was making it easy for me to talk about it.
This is basically referral marketing. I'm using something that I believe in and that I love, and I refer it to others, and I earn money as a result. I would be talking about these products, and I would want to be involved with this community, whether there was money or not. And that's really the truth.
I started making money with Isagenix long before I ever determined to build a business with Isagenix. I mean, that's how generous this compensation plan is. Literally, when you share it with the people that you love and care about because they want better health and wellness, you make some money. My girlfriend Doris wanted me to do it with her from the very beginning as a business. And my biggest thought process was, I don't think I can do that. I can't make money off my friends. I mean, that was really a big hurdle for me to get over. But it's not like that. It really isn't. Everybody pays the same price for the product. It's just like if I go out to dinner and have a great meal, I refer people to the restaurant. If we go see a fun movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a great movie. And my friends go see the movie. If I get a deal at Costco, I call 10 of my girlfriends. They've got the flower baskets in or this or that, and they hustle down and get the same deal that I got. And I do it all the time. And that's like Isagenix.
I have big dreams, I had big dreams, and I saw this as a vehicle. I saw this as something that could provide for me the cash flow that I needed to do the things in my life that I wanted to do. I started at flat broke. Where am I now? I am a 6-star Golden Circle Crystal Executive, and a 6-star Golden Circle earns anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 a week.
Hey guys, come on. Come see me. Come here. Gracie. And we started to create a residual stream of income that today, 4 years later, is sending 3 of our kids to college debt-free, and one of them is in a private Christian college in Southern California. We were more than $70,000 in debt before we started Isagenix. And in less than 4 years, we were able to pay all of that off and we have money in the bank. My biggest month to date, I made $32,000 in a month. I mean, what can you even say about that? I mean, you know, goodness sakes, financially, we were drowning. And Isagenix changed that for us.
Wow, this income has impacted my family in such a huge way. In our first 4 weeks in Isagenix, we made over $11,809, and that's significant. We're not talking peanuts. That's real income, and I would say professional full-time income in a short amount of time. So it's made a big difference. We have a daughter that's in MBA school, so this income is enabling my husband and I to be able to help her with her tuition, and that's exciting.
You know, it feels incredible to financially be able to contribute to my family. I mean, it's honestly unbelievable. My husband has been able to retire from his job, and he's only 29 years old. You know, if I'm asked, did I really ever believe I could earn $1 million with this company? Maybe the first day I didn't believe it, but by, you know, just a few months in, I really did believe it was possible, because if other people were doing it, I would say what one man can do, another man can do. And so now with the company, we've earned over $1 million in 4 years in our little tiny town of 900 people. And if I can do it, anybody can do this.
Back in July, my husband, he was in a motorcycle accident and was unable to work for 7 weeks. And you know, my income was able to pick up where his left off, and I paid the bills and the home mortgage, and you know, without Isagenix, I don't know what we would have done. It's just empowering to know that I'm able to do that. I'm a stay-at-home mom and work part-time and have a full-time income. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Having had my previous six-figure income eliminated and starting over from scratch meant that I had a huge mountain ahead of me. And to reach that milestone in my first year in a business that I didn't know was so motivating.
I absolutely love what I do. Can you say that? You know, you love what you do. I mean, I go to work every day and I can't even call it work. I can't believe they pay me for what I do.
As a mom, I'm sure that there's a lot of people probably thinking to themselves, can I do this? Can I build this business? And I just want to encourage you, you can. Just do it. There'll never be a perfect time to start. There won't. There wasn't in my life. Just start right where you are.
I just think that the sky's the limit in terms of opportunity for me and for anybody who wants to really embrace this business and go for it.
This opportunity that I have makes life easy. And, you know, there's work involved. It's not a, you know, a quick, get-rich-quick scheme. There's work involved. It's network marketing, but it's, you know, it sure doesn't feel like it because you're empowering people and helping them, you know, reach their goals and changing lives.
When your passion and your purpose align, you know it and you feel it. And that's the way I feel right now. I feel like my passion and my purpose are in alignment with Isagenix.
Let Isagenix transform your health, your finances, and your family. This is a decision that will change not just your life, but the lives of those you love. So don't miss the opportunity to make your dreams come true, only with Isagenix.